So this video is in response to teacher preparation and our interviews that we did with Nora Flood, Terry Gortner, my former fifth grade teacher Sharon Forbes, and my sister Emily Pacheco. When we were interviewing them, I was really surprised by the similarities throughout their videos. We asked them the same sets of questions, but they all had the same answers or similar answers or same mannerisms. Nora and my sister both used the pendulum swinging back and forth as their idea of teacher preparation. And so I was really surprised by that. And I guess I was kind of surprised by all of them, with their teacher backgrounds, but also their different levels of education, achievement, all of those types of things. They all did feel very similarly about the state of teacher preparation. Something that Nora highlighted a lot in hers was that you need to have the heart to be a teacher. And they all kind of echoed each other in saying teacher prep doesn't prepare you for going into the classroom. I liked what Sharon Forbes said in her, and I don't know if I'll include this, but when we were interviewing her, she talked about teacher prep a lot if you're pregnant. And when you're pregnant, you're gonna have a baby, and you read all the books, and you think you're really prepared, but then that first night you bring the baby home, you're I don't know what I'm doing. And I thought that was a great way to think about teacher preparation, because it's you go through all these teacher prep classes, you take the notes, you go to school, you get licensed, and you're yeah, I'm really prepared to be a teacher. And then you get in that classroom and it's done, don't know what I'm doing. So they all kind of echoed each other with saying you never know what teacher prep is going to be until you're in the classroom doing it. And so when we asked them all what the ideal teacher preparation model would look like, they all kind of echoed similar things by saying it should be a long program with a lot of time in the classroom, a lot of time actually seeing how things work. And they said it should be a lot of contact. And so the Better Teachers program that a couple of them highlighted was you are a student teaching with a teacher the first year, and then you're doing coursework at night all week for the entire year. And then the next year is you have your own class, but you're still doing coursework at night. So it really immerses you. You get to see it. You're not just hearing these strategies, taking notes, and then waiting before you can actually implement them. So that was something they both really touched on and highlighted. We asked Nora about teacher preparation programs such as Teach for America, and she said that even though TFA is a non-traditional program, she said that doesn't necessarily make a bad teacher, and that traditional programs don't necessarily make a good teacher. She said a lot of it depends on the heart that the teacher brings to it, that they have to love what they're doing, they have to care, they have to want to make changes. And she said that you can teach the technical aspects of being a teacher. You can highlight all of those key points. I think I was also, I really like Nora's interview because, she highlighted, well, yeah, teacher prep needs to be revamped, but she said we also need to change the way that we think about teacher preparation. We need to change how we think of teachers. Which is then versus now, teaching used to be a well-respected career choice. And, no one would ever think badly of teachers, and that if a student was failing, they blamed the student, not the teacher. Whereas now, a student fails, the parents turn around and ask the teacher, why did you fail my kid? It's not what is my child not doing that he should be, that he's failing. Also, when we talked about it, Nora reflected that teacher preparation should be tailored to the school. And I guess she had a very different idea of teacher preparation because she is a charter school teacher, and so they do have more capabilities to tailor it to their schools. And I guess that's fine, but it's what if the teacher wants to leave? Should teacher preparation only be tailored to that school? That's not always where they're going to be. I was also kind of surprised with talking to my sister and Sharon and Terry when they were talking about teaching, because they all highlighted that everyone goes through such a different teacher preparation program. but like that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I guess when I think about reforming teacher preparation, I don't know what I think. I guess I do see, like more hands-on with students, actually being in the classroom, because you don't know what you're doing until you're actually there doing it. I don't know. I guess I see teaching preparation less of like a checklist of things to get done and more of like an actual approach to teacher preparation.